Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. And if you're hearing my voice, that means that you are listening to Monday Vibes. And today we have so much to talk about. We have the Austrian Grand Prix behind us. We have Silverstone in front of us. And today we have Jay of Wolfpack Performance. Jay, thank you so much for joining Amani and I today. Thank
Indeed.
you, thank
Woo!
you. Sorry, I couldn't speak five
It's
seconds
a tongue
ago.
twister. That shit a tongue
Oh my
twister.
gosh.
You
There
Australia,
is,
Austria, Austrian. You know this shit.
I
Say that
know,
shit three times
Austrian
fast.
Grand Prix. Yeah. But and look, you got Amani hyping me up in the background. But anyway,
Let's
there are so many things to talk
go.
about today.
Mm-hmm.
First thing that I really want to say is Amani, how'd you feel about the race?
So I just want to say this. Let's just start with the positives first before I really start going in on
Okay.
Ferrari and their lack of creativity and engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I gotta give respect where respect's gonna go. Shout out to Apple TV. I absolutely love the drone cameras.
I
Okay,
did too.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
did
absolutely
too.
love, absolutely love the drone cameras, especially when Lewis and Max went into it.
Mm-hmm.
That brought. I thought I was watching the F1 movie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it
I
brought
thought it
more
was like,
intensity.
yeah, it was. It was mwah, chef's kiss all day. So shout out to Apple TV. But the race, I was a little surprised that George won. McKinney was all over the place, so they really can't blame Mercedes for lack. And also, I'm surprised of Red Bull. You know, maybe
Yeah,
they have something, maybe they don't.
I agree. So, Jay, I want to kick this over to you
All
because
right.
before we could talk about the race, we want to talk about qualifying. And I want to get your thoughts on qualifying because, of
Yeah.
course, it was controversial and
Mm,
everybody had a lot to say about it. So, I just
mm.
want to get your thoughts on it.
I think the qualifying shit was a bit shenanigans. Thought it was some shenanigans in that motherfucker for real. I listened. Now the truth is, he did live, but was it within means of being a safe lift to turn the situation to a safe perspective? Man, I really don't think so. And I think George Russell knows that, but to the letter of the law, if they want to go over it, what's the lift? I also need to know what's the variable. Like when he lifts, what are we looking for within this speed to that speed of a decrease? True enough, he lifted, but it really wasn't much of a lift. I don't even know if that would have changed if he had not seen the double or the single yellow. Honestly, I don't know if that would have changed. So, but I think it all depends on who it was. I think we've seen plenty of times, depending on the driver and the position, these motherfuckers will either give the infringement or not give the infringement. But
Mhm.
I honestly think when we go back to other situations that have taken place in that manner, an accident to that degree, I mean, I was surprised that shit didn't go red flag.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. But then also, too, you can't talk about George Russell without talking about Kimi Antonelli. And Kimi Antonelli thought it was a double yellow.
Yes.
And that, on that note, he completely abandoned the lap and was, I think he got chewed out by Total Wolf for doing that. But after qualifying was done, what was so messy was Total Wolf's comments regarding George Russell. Like he did not care that George Russell was on pole. He was more standing 10 toes down for Kimi Antonelli. I mean, did y'all hear these comments that this man made?
Not surprised.
Like, I was like, dang, so does George Russell even exist? And before the qualifying session, I watched some of the press conference too. It has just been this loud rumble in the paddock. One, Fernando Alonso's leaving, like he's leaving after this year. Two, all right, Jay, and I already know how you feel about that. But then two, no one is expecting Max Verstappen to stay at Ford Red Bull.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, listen, fuck Alonso. All right, that's how I feel. Fuck Alonso.
it's about
Yes.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep
So,
this shit real. I'm listen.
bitch,
I don't give a damn. All right,
three
Alonso.
laps
I
three
don't care.
laps behind the race leader? That's crazy. When
Yeah,
has it ever been that bad in Formula One? You guys
yeah.
tell me that.
When has it been that bad and the motherfucker been allowed to just still sit here without the damn wash campaign? All right. Alonso is 2 fucking decades from winning anybody's anything.
Yep.
And on top of that, he's been able to sit here and go through his lackluster ass career, not to mention his scandal. All right. So the motherfucker's got a scandal on him. He's 2 decades removed from winning shit. He done hop ship to hop ship. I mean, if we really talking about passing somebody around, Alonso was the driver who done passed himself around. And he ain't done shit. So I'm just saying, all this time, everybody, he been under the radar. Nobody said shit. Now we got Max up next. Ain't nobody saying nothing about him being washed. And he can't do all the super max shit that everybody claimed he could do. So as far as I'm concerned, if Alonso would like to leave, his peddling, financial sabotaging ass is free to go. Check out, motherfucker, please.
Clock out.
I would say I ditto everything that you had said. But here's I keep saying this. I swear I say this every week. Daddy Stroll does not know he has an F1 team. He just doesn't know.
I just think that his attentions are focused elsewhere. I said his attentions are focused elsewhere. That's all I'm saying.
Where?
Where?
I don't know. Michael Kors. I don't know.
He doesn't.
All these other. Do you know how many companies Daddy Straw actually owns? And yes, he does own Michael Kors.
Credit to what Money said. He don't know. He forgot he got a Formula One team. He's so busy. He forgot. He forgot.
Yeah.
Be that
as it may.
Be that as it may. Okay. And we're gonna, because y'all will. I'm telling you guys, that emerald green, y'all just don't care. I still think
he don't care either.
Oh, he don't either.
But anyway, he don't either.
But anyway, we're gonna push past this now.
I don't even think Michael Kors is on the car. But we'll push past this.
It's not on the car, but it's not on the car, but it is a business that he owns. But Jay, I want to bring it back to you for a second, okay. All right? Because everybody talking about Red Bull has the fastest engine, blah 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 blah, right? How does that translate to what the rest of the year is going to be like for them, in your opinion?
For who? Red Bull or Red Bull?
Red Bull.
I think it translates into what we see. Max got the home GP bump. He's very familiar with the track. He's one of those drivers, Lewis, Leclerc, who else? We could probably put Piastri in there, although he done had his downfalls. Ugh. Only driver I don't give the home field bump to is Lance Stroll. That motherfucker just closer to the house, and he get to go to his favorite eateries. He don't got the home team bump. But Max Verstappen got a home GP bump. When he's there, he's very familiar. He's going to push. And he got that. I think the rest of the season looks like what we've already seen. And what else I'm going to say is people got to get over this whole, I can't believe Red Bull has the best power unit. And I think a lot of people believe this, and this is where my acumen for like building cars and being in the car world comes from. I think y'all misunderstand. There's a big gap from when you put an engine on a test stand. When we put a 350 or we put a 2J or we put a B18 C5 on the test stand in a room and we got a throttle up control on the other side of the wall, it's a big difference when now we take that power unit, put it in a car, connected to the transmission, the drive case, the transfer case, the drive shafts, the rear axles, all those other components now are in between whatever we're putting on the road. So they could very well have the best power unit and still have other things by time that power meets the road that are now kind of deterring some of that. So don't get the shit twisted. But what I also want y'all to keep the same energy on is this. The motherfucker has not been able to drive a car that's decent and win races. When all of you assholes said he could take a tractor across the checkered flag and get first. You said this shit. All right. Yep. Helmut Marko, as senile as that motherfucker might be in races as he might be, he said we could watch Max take an AlphaTauri and a Haas to pole. I've not seen this. I've not seen it. So now what I do believe is I've seen Max Verstappen say, oh, if it keeps going on this way, I don't know if I'm going to continue. I don't know if I could take this. So what I know now is also, you are not built like Lewis. You're not a dog. Lewis went through 3 seasons of Mercedes fucking up the car design. Then he got to
Mm-hmm.
Ferrari and they decided to fuck up the car design. You are with the same team that is nowhere near what the W13, 14, or 15 was. You're with a team that is nowhere near what the damn Aston Martin is or what the Ferrari was the first year Lewis got with him. So all this
Mm-hmm.
crying and all this bullshit got to stop. So I think Red Bull is going to be where they are. And I think Max is going to be like the new age Alonso. He going to find a window to hop out of and go to another team. That's what
Trust
Alonso did
Rightfully
to
Mercedes.
so.
Alpine. He did that shit to Alpine. He
Rightfully
took
so.
off like a thief in the night.
He did, but see, there's talks that he might go back.
Who?
Who?
Fernando Alonso
To
to
Alpine?
Alpine. Yeah.
Who going to go back to Alpine?
Yeah.
Who?
No, I heard. I was just listening to the commentators and they were like, ooh, there's rumblings. You know, silly season's about to kick off in the next
I'm
few
saying,
weeks, guys.
who are you talking
You
about?
already
You're not
know
talking
that
about
this is going to
Alonso.
happen.
Alonso.
You're
I'm
not.
telling you,
Alonso
there
back to
are
Alpine?
rumblings in Formula One that he may go back to Alpine. I don't
What?
know if they're true or not. I don't want to see him there. I like Pierre being there. And huge shout out to Pierre for finishing another race. Him and Lewis are the only two drivers on the entire grid to do so since the
Will
beginning
they
of the
get
season.
rid of
I
Pierre?
don't care. Nope. Give him
Nah,
his
yeah.
stuff. Give him his accolades. Both
They
of
I'm
about to
gonna
get
you.
give it
rid of
to
him
him.
for
Give him his
Alonso.
accolades.
That's
I
gonna
don't.
be crazy if they
They're
get rid of.
not getting rid of Pierre for Alonso.
Who they gonna get
Colapinto
rid of?
out.
Colapinto?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No,
Pierre finished
no,
all the
No.
race.
no.
Pierre finished all of the races this year. Did Colapinto? No.
Shit,
Moving on.
Alonso
It's
hasn't.
Moving
it's e-
on. We're gonna just gonna keep moving here.
it's
All
easy to
right.
finish
Because
in 11th.
I need, since you're on like people like Adrian Newey. Oh,
Mhm,
I'm sorry, Helmut Marko. Let's go
mhm.
back to
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Newey.
Okay.
So they're projecting that Aston Martin is going to be after the summer delivering upgrades.
Mhm.
Hope so. What does that mean to Aston Martin? What does that mean to Formula One? Are they still going to be in,
Mm.
in in the back of the grid, or are they going to be competing with Cadillac?
I think
That's
that
at the back of the grid.
I think they're about to get rid. I think their upgrades is maybe like another coat of paint on their seat. I mean, I don't see them doing a major. Well, I don't know what major upgrades they're gonna do. I don't. I,
Adrian Newey is supposed to be designing more than some damn paint, Amani.
well,
Man.
after summertime, he
Come
might as well
on,
just
man.
wait. He might as well
Exhale.
just wait till next year. What's the
Okay.
point then? What we
Yeah.
trying to accomplish with
I'm
these
just
upgrades?
saying.
You might as well
Yeah.
I
just
don't. I
you might
don't
as well
know.
you
I
might as
guess
well
you want to
just
see it. I don't know.
no, you don't want to see it. Just
It's,
work on next year's car.
yeah.
Ain't no
I
point.
mean, yeah. I mean, right now, this shit's horrible right
What
now.
you gonna do? Upgrades to be 11, 12? Like, what are we
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
mean that's
Yeah.
that's what they want to do. Is
Hmm.
better
Nah,
than being last. I
nah.
mean,
This is
okay, all right.
it's a
So that's where
town with
y'all
no
stand on
sheriff
that.
over there. It's anything goes. You know what I'm saying? No structure at all. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till
Oh
Las
my
Vegas to bring in
God.
upgrades.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yes.
For
the
sure.
la- the last race of
The
the
last
season.
race to bring
I mean, I'm
upgrades. I
not I'm
hope we
not out on
win.
Adrian Newey being able to develop a good car. But I think it's a situation where you got somebody like Lawrence Stroll who thought he could buy a championship team. We still talking about a team who has a history of doing nothing but copying previous success. They got the name Tracing Point. They got the name Pink Mercedes. They got the name Green Bull. All right. This is what they do. They see something successful and then they try to mimic it. The problem is you're always
Mm-hmm.
behind the ball when you do that shit. You're never in front and you're never an innovator. You're always a copy. You're kind of like Kobe to Jordan. You're always in the shadow. You're never going to be greater than the man you're trying to be. And that's what Aston Martin's problem is. And Lawrence Stroll thinks he could just throw money at it and he can overcome the bottleneck of his son in that team. And I honestly don't give a shit how good the team gets. They won't compete in constructor championships because Lance Stroll ass is not good enough to help the other team on the
Mm-hmm.
other side of the garage. So at this point in time, effectively, I really don't give a shit what Aston Martin does until they do the biggest thing that tells me they willing to change. And that's Lance Stroll is no longer in the car. And you bring
Yep.
another driver in to be competitive. Until that happens, I really don't even take them serious.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so with that being said, how do you feel about Cadillac? Because it
Oh my
seems like
God.
I'm just we have to mention them because it just seems like
I'm
during this
mad.
race they were just plagued with issue after issue. Both drivers
I
had to
know.
retire.
I'm
Cars were
mad.
on fire. But we've seen this with other teams. I mean, come on, Ferrari caught fire with Carlos Sainz a
I
couple years
remember.
ago.
I remember that.
So what do you think this means for Cadillac?
It
I,
means the
I
rest of the season gonna be ass.
yeah, but
But, I mean, can you
but
also say that this was a tough track too? I mean, they're really high up in I mean, I don't
okay.
think that they were prepared for it. It just looks like they weren't prepared for how punishing this track is. First of all, it was hot AF out there, all right? You couldn't have paid me $5 to be out
I
there,
already know
okay?
that. You gonna like walking in no
And
heat.
two, no heat.
Jeez.
I don't give a damn if it's the fan's blowing freaking hot air. No, not me.
Yeah.
But then two, the altitude, all of that factors into how well the car
Yeah.
performs. So evidently
Yeah.
they didn't get it right.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you know what killing me about that,
What?
is although they kept a lot of their bolstering talk to a minimum because they really did do that. I credit them that. When you come into the fucking sport and you brag about modeling your whole mantra over the NASA and going to the moon and just the galaxy and traveling outer space,
America
that
talk.
in yeah, American
That's what it
talk.
is. Yeah.
That
You
in
know we're
itself
really
is a
hopeful
big
over
thing. So I just
here.
got to say one thing. There's one thing that NASA has to ensure that they do. Okay. Actually, two things. One is safety. All right. Let's make sure everything's fucking safe before we
Mhm.
put a test animal subject in there. And surely before we put a human in there. Let's make sure shit's safe. By the way, Jeff Bezos, that shit was a catastrophe. The other thing is this: can this shit make it there and back? Cadillac has failed to do any of that. Shit ain't safe because you got drivers in there goddamn turning into screaming alphas. If nobody's been in the military, that is a human being on fire. And the
Yep.
other thing is this: the cars are not starting the race and finishing the race. Those are very, very minimal requirements. I don't even care about you winning, getting points. Can you start the race and finish the race? Cadillac got to be able to do that shit. I mean, damn, at some point in time, it's your first year. So, yeah, of course, we're going to throw it under. It's the first year, but this shit don't look good. It don't look good. It's taking a lot of hot air out the balloon of, they still the official American team because Haas ain't shit but a P.O. box. But Money, how you feel, bro?
So I would say this, right? Shout out to Cadillac. Shout out to, and I come from the city that we built
Big crit.
rockets. So shout out to Huntsville, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? The greatest city in the world. But here's the deal: is that I absolutely love the mistake of Cadillac because I still believe, because although Cadillac doesn't have a history in Formula One, they still have a history in racing. Okay. And it's still a good history. So I love that they make the mistakes now. Keep making the mistakes. Okay. This didn't work here because the altitude maybe was too hot. Okay, boom. Write that down. This. I'm still rooting for Cadillac. Okay. Cadillac is my, I had to do American team over Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? But Lewis Hamilton over everything. But the known fact is that as long as they make mistakes and they keep making mistakes, I believe they can get better. They're the only team that I know, maybe besides Mercedes, that they can actually learn probably from their mistakes. Because they have a history. Isn't like Cadillac, this is the first time they're racing and doing. They won a lot of times in other genres.
racing
and
Yeah,
series.
and
yeah.
yes, of
Yeah,
course.
all
Right.
that other stuff.
Right.
So
They've been
I love
competitive,
it.
yes.
Okay,
Let
so what's
them
your
make the
timeline?
mistakes.
What's your timeline, Money? What's the timeline though? What's the deadline where you start saying shit's getting a little concerning?
I think 2 years.
2 years. I'm fair. I
give-
was
I
gonna
give-
say three total. I was
Yeah.
gonna give them three total, 3 seasons total.
I give them next year also because they should get right next year. But I think the year after, which every 2
2028.
years, 2028.
Okay.
So 2028, they should at least start making points.
Okay.
And 33, maybe after the new regulation and everything like that, around 31, 30, we actually, I'm going to say this now, we can clip it, and we can say this in another 10 years. I think they're going to start really taking over.
Okay.
I think then they suffer coming out of one regulation into another and stumble and then kind of have a setback.
To
I think that's what
33?
Yeah, because they haven't experienced
Okay.
that shit before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they would have just gotten these regulations under their belt,
Correct.
and then
And now they have
then
to
it
experience
do it
what it is
again.
and
to
they have to
reclock everything.
figure that out.
Right.
Yeah. Now, moving on to another team that is new in Formula One, Audi. How do you guys think they've been performing?
They ain't really new.
Newish.
Maybe because you
New-ish.
don't hear
New
about them.
name.
You know why you
Like,
don't hear
at
about
all.
them? You know why you don't hear about them? You
Well,
don't
their
hear about
car's
them.
not catching on fire, so that's good.
That's why. See what happens. What happens when you're Audi? You're like, thank God for Cadillac and thank God for Aston Martin.
Yes.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
When you got Aston
The
Martin,
eyes, the
a
eyes are
team,
off of us.
right?
It's
They
like the
these
middle
motherfuckers.
kid.
Hey, thank you very much. Like they probably sending them all types of beignets and shit. They probably
Oh
sending all
yeah.
types of food over there. Like, man,
Thank you.
we want to thank you because of you, we ain't hardly talked about. And
No, we're
if you
good.
think about it, this was almost the same situation with Kick Sauber at one point in time. Like we've kind of forgot about them motherfuckers racing. But right
Mm-hmm.
now, Audi is not fumbling over themselves so much. They are rate kind of all right, you straight. But I think people are forgetting, like Amani said, ish, when you have data that Cadillac wasn't privy to have. Okay, when you
True.
had Kickstarter Alfa Romeo, you've been able to somewhat have a toe in Formula One. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like your data bank is empty. I would be expecting a little bit more because let's be real, unlike Cadillac, Audi came up with their chest out. Like, you motherfuckers know who we
Mm-hmm.
are. We've been this. We done did this. We led in this. Like, these 4 rings, when they hit the track, this shit is undoubtable. Well, I mean, I guess
We doubting.
you just not as bad as everybody else. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like this. I don't have to beat the dog. I just got to be faster than the slowest person. And I'm straight.
There you go.
I
Finish
just
race.
feel like they're the middle child. Like, the older one's bad and the other one's little. So they're just right in the middle. The parents are like, Formula One parents are over here trying to pacify this one. They're over here trying to discipline this one. So then they're just in the middle, like, look, nobody's paying attention to me. I'm just going to keep going.
I think
Yeah.
the
So,
great thing. I think the great thing about them is that they do have a driver. So
Yeah.
that's
who?
a
What? Who?
ain't Borletto over there.
Bortoletto. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Bortoletto. He come on now.
Y'all
Now
sidestepping Nico Hulkenberg.
Yeah. We're doing a 2-step around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Greatly. Yeah.
Dang.
Just
But
because he got
Bortoletto,
He
they
does
got
a
not
neck.
even exist.
Just because he has a neck and blonde hair doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
just saying he's still in
We're
Formula
seeing
One.
it
I mean,
too.
he could be
Oh my
over there.
gosh, you
Oh
would
my
feel
God!
that way.
Here we
It could
She
go.
be
would feel
worse.
this way
He
because she
could be
Antonio
he could
Giovinazzi.
be
That's why she
over
feel
there.
that way.
He
She feel
could
that
be
way.
over there in NASCAR slapboxing like K Mag is. That's
Yeah.
all I was
Okay.
gonna
So
And
say.
okay.
I was
So is
gonna
that your
put
same
K
argument for
Mag.
Lance Stroll? Is that your same argument for Lance Stroll?
That's not my
Is
same
your same
argument
argument for
for
Crash Tiffy?
no,
No.
Mhm.
Okay.
no.
Just hope. Well, I
No,
hope because
because
he looked
Crash
like he wear good
TV was
cologne.
yeah, that's what it is. He
was a
smell
nepo
good.
baby, and no, that's Daddy Stroll that
Smell
smells
good.
good. He smells really good.
Chat.
That's
Help
him,
us.
but he smells really good. Okay, that's Dad.
Smell like
All right,
smell like
anyway, talking
Dillard's.
about Lance. No, not Daddy Stroll.
So give me
Mm-mm.
your case
Yeah.
for Hulk. Just
Yeah, I want to hear this.
yeah, I do.
There is no case for Hulk. Okay, I
Mhm.
don't have one.
Okay.
This is the first time in a long time where I don't have one. The
Mhm.
man that I constantly defend against you people is Pierre Gasly, and I always
Okay.
will. So
All right.
whatever.
Let you have
We're
that.
gonna move
I'm
on to
waiting for that
that.
ship to
But
sink
I just
too.
want to. It's not. He's
With the
not
rest of them. There it goes.
still. You know what? Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible.
He's the
Okay.
perfect
So let me
consolation
just say
prize.
this.
I know. Who's gonna be the next one? That's all I want
let,
to know.
let me say this as an LH
All
fan
right.
because
Go
now
ahead.
it's time for me to be
I
nice
see.
and serious. I have my
All
Ayrton
right.
Senna hat on because I he's one of
Shout
the
out to
greatest
your hat
drivers
game.
ever.
Your shit strong.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. But I want to say this about Lewis Hamilton fans.
Mhm.
We all know what Lewis goes through year after year, race after race, right?
Mhm.
And the constant thing that we see is a lot of the drivers talking a lot of shit about him
Mhm.
and even commentators failing to acknowledge him.
Mhm.
And every time I get on the internet, there are so many of us in the chat saying, using our voice, saying, look, man, will y'all stop denying this black man?
Mhm.
I really had to sit with myself on Sunday after listening to your podcast, Jay. And I had to sit with myself and I'm like, the whole thing about what Carlos Sainz said about Lewis Hamilton really got to me. It
Mhm.
did. But what I had to realize is I don't remember any football player, basketball player, not even like soccer player saying that somebody that they've competed against is the greatest. Like you could not pay not one New York Knicks back when they were playing Michael Jordan to say that he
Wow.
was the greatest. You do not hear people in the league like I heard Dwayne Wade say LeBron James is the greatest. It just doesn't happen. I just feel like they're in such a competitive way
Mhm.
that they are going to talk shit about Lewis Hamilton. We all know he is the greatest to ever set foot on a Formula One track. But those drivers and their egos and the accomplishments that they're trying to accomplish in becoming champions themselves, even though they may not ever reach that, I'm just saying they may not ever reach that, but they will never sit down and admit that Lewis Hamilton is the greatest. I mean, Nico was choking. He was choking off of his spit when he was doing that damn interview. And he was like, oh, yeah, no, he deserves another championship.
Uh,
They're not going to do it. So why Team LH fans expect them to? And I'm asking both of you guys this. Why do you think that they are going to ever give that man credit?
Go ahead, Amani. I'll let you take
Honestly,
point on that.
I think they would. I'm not looking for them to give Lewis any type of credit, any type of acknowledgement, any type of anything.
Hmm.
Okay, because the fact that Lewis literally dominated for more than a decade of F1, probably I'm gonna say probably the longest reign. Well, probably the most consistent reign, probably any F1 driver. And he's not in there for. We're not talking about people that are in there for like 20 years and 30 years dominating on their 26 year. We ain't talking about like back in the 20s and 30s when people had long stretches. Okay, we understand like people was winning championships back to back to back, but the domination, especially now and when he started, it's a lot different back in the 30s and 20s. So we don't want to hear about that. And the thing is that yeah, they're not going to acknowledge him because look, when you're a competitor, okay,
Hmm.
and you get beat multiple times. I
Hmm.
mean, even I think it even hurts in 19 and 20 when he probably had the best F1 car to ever hit pavement. Okay, to ever hit pavement. That car was just and especially with the black suit, Lewis, and the black suit, everything that haunts people to the day. Why would I give him credit? Okay, we understand where he's at in secrecy. They're probably rooting for him. Yeah, they love to see him win. Yeah, but they loving this right now? He's not on top right now. They are absolutely loving this. Okay, because yes, they are competitors. They don't want him to dominate. We want him to dominate. They don't want him to dominate. What are we looking like? I already been through this before. No, I'm not going to back to this. I'm not having deja vu again. So that's the whole thing with that is no, I'm not looking for them to acknowledge. And even if they do and they can choke on whatever goes down their throat, pause. And so, but all I'm saying is that all I'm saying is that I'm not looking for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I understand why they're not doing it too.
Hey, let me. I'm gonna say this as polite as I can.
Mm-hmm.
There is a big fucking difference between not wanting to say that I am your greatest and you trying to marginalize me as a black man in the sport of Formula One when I've been the greatest about my learning acumen, about my ability to adapt and adjust. While you sit your ass over there and you don't went through McLaren, you don't went through Ferrari, and now you was supposed to be the saving grace of fucking Williams. And bro, you don't even finish the race. As a matter of fact, don't talk about what I can't adapt to. Don't talk about what I can't adapt to. Don't talk about if you want to talk about what I can't adapt to, why don't you do this? I adapted while my team fell flat on their fucking face. I walked into an office. I walked into a space of engineers and I told them, I have driven a car that you have built and I can tell you what this is and what that ain't. And these motherfuckers told me to get out. And while they told me to get out, I dealt with all the bullshit the whole season and I never once was ever in my entire career lower than 10th in the driving championship. So what do you mean I can't adapt? There's only so much I could do with a pile of shit. And what I managed to do is not be lower than 10th in the Drivers' Championship. As a matter of fact, I ended up being third one damn season. So for Carlos Sainz Spanish ass to come out here and embody his Alonso bullshit and try to talk about Lewis Hamilton in such a way, bro, you don't need to talk about me. You got enough shit to worry about over there. Don't come talking about Lewis. That's the same thing people do, man. You talking about me. Why? You not even in my circle. You nowhere. I can't even remember when I finished the race and I looked to the left or the right. I don't remember you being there popping champagne bottles with me, bro. I didn't see you in the cool down room. I don't see you with anything hanging right now. You need to worry about your team missing goddamn all the shakedown. You need to worry about your team unable to do things, and what your team might end up being is damn Cadillac's little brother, junior brother, pretty damn soon. Shit looking crazy. So Alonso, let's just say this. Lando Norris has called Lewis Hamilton to go. He said he's the greatest. All right. Matter of fact, he's so in Lando's head, he damn near said he was an 8-time world champion on a live podcast one time. George Russell has also said that he's the GOAT. Sebastian Vettel has also said that he's the greatest. Kimi damn near jumped in his damn lap because he's like, shit. Hadjar too. And all I got to say is people have acknowledged Lewis's greatness, except for the people that are just really begrudging, like Imani said, these motherfuckers are still haunted. But there's a difference when you start talking about what Lewis can't do and what he is unable to do. That's crazy to me. Nah, Carlos need to sit the fuck down and shut the hell up. Period.
I just don't look for their comments anymore. Even the commentators. I mean, it wasn't until the last race that they even mentioned Lewis really this whole entire year.
Why you think that is? They scared right now.
I know they're scared, and especially with the driver standings now. Even though Max Verstappen was ahead of Lewis, he's still only how many points behind Kimi Antonelli? 40 something.
George is in front of him, so Lewis is third right now.
Yeah,
I know he's third, but no, I'm talking about the points though.
Just how many
the points are still? The points are still very, very close.
I got you right now.
Considering how many more races that we have left.
Yeah, I got you. I'm finna give you the difference right now. 46 points.
See, he's still in the 40s. That's like 2 races.
Yeah, for sure.
So with that being said, what is everybody's predictions for
and Max Verstappen 7th, by the way. And Carlos is 14th. Carlos is 14th, by the way.
I knew you were gonna have to say that.
Yeah, I got to say that. He's 7th, by the way.
Where's he at?
Yeah, he's 7th, and Carlos Sainz is 14th. That's all I'm trying to say. Shit. Yeah.
Everybody shut up.
Yeah, for sure. And Lando, you behind Oscar. So I'll put that on there too. Take that fucking number 1 off your car when you get to Silverstone, because I know y'all gonna do a livery update.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. He's putting too much pressure on himself. Lando can't handle that pressure on himself.
No, he can't.
He can't handle it. He can't take it. He need to take the 4 on. He need to take the 1 off, put the 4 on or something. Put
it back on and be likable Lando again.
That's it.
Instead of world champion Lando.
Right.
He's worried about the golf clubs.
Go back to being Hamilton's little bro.
Jeez.
Do that.
All right. So with all that being said, what is everybody's predictions for Silverstone? What are you wanting to see and what are you expecting to see?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I would say this. I want to see Lewis get this, but I'm all, I keep thinking about that straight. And the thing, like I said, with Kimi this week, Kimi was just all over the place. Maybe he thought
what he did, bro.
I know. And I thought Kimi thought maybe it wasn't as, Red Bull Ring wasn't as, I don't know what he thought. I don't know. I think Kimi just bounces back through here, especially with that straight. And
really 3 good straights, honestly. I mean, that longest one, but then you still got the other 2 straights between what we got down. Yeah, you still got those straights between turn 5 and 6, and then you got that other one between 8 and 9. Then pretty much you got a gradual one between 9 and 10. You got that butt ton long one 14 to 15. So Mercedes might end up.
I just hope that if Lewis come in second and George DNFs,
okay.
That's
likely though.
That is likely.
That's
likely. What I'm saying. And maybe and I don't know if they're gonna do a Leclerc. I don't know. But like I said, we're not going into say that Ferrari is doing what we usually say they're doing. We're still gonna have hope that they finally got it. And I keep saying that Ferrari for me still has the best car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they might not have the best battery or the engine,
I got
but
you.
they
You
don't.
talking
But
about
they
aero
don't.
package?
Yeah, they have the best car though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's what they got to live on. But I
And
just hope that
reliability. They got good reliability too, though.
yes, and I just hope that whatever happened in Red Bull Ring. But here's another thing I've also said that Lewis never does good at Red Bull Ring anyway. So you just
Fair
kind of
point.
have to excuse that also. And we talked about the home bump that people having. So that
That's
this
straight.
might be, what I'm saying, this might be the one right here. So, but that's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Kimmy, Lewis. Well, I want Lewis to win, but realistically, it's probably gonna be like Kimmy, Lewis, and like I'm still rooting for
George
Piastri.
Russell.
DNF, he goes off the cliff, and
He goes to Max Verstappen corner.
I think
NG.
George hates Lewis so much he might not even go down to Sir Lewis Straight. He might go, I don't. I'm gonna turn left.
I'm gonna take the access road, pit lane.
Oh, trees. Okay,
Y'all
Such
terrible.
a fucking hater, like Pastor Troy. You are a hater.
he gonna close his eyes. He closes his eyes like a Jamaican. Just go right down the strip. Golly. So
Oh my gosh.
that's where I'm at on that one.
Okay. Where
Jay?
you at? Yo, you okay? I'm with I listen, I say this and I say it because it's true. Anytime Ferrari talk about bringing a considerable update package,
Ugh.
I just know they got a slump of a learning curve, and then maybe they have a spike. And if they're gonna bring a considerable update package, whether it's gonna be to the PU or the electronics, I'm always concerned right there. Ferrari just doesn't have the best history of bringing an update and fully grasping. Now I know they did it. Lewis won the race, Spain. It was awesome. They deserved it, but that's not common. That's not regular. So if Ferrari are if I look at the sheet, like I said, if I look at the sheet and I see about 5-6 different damn things changed to that car that's just not circuit specific or control load or anything like that. I see PU, I see diffuser. I'm like, oh yeah, this motherfucker right here this ain't about to be the one. We're going to have to wait till the next one. But honestly, I still think what they do have going for them, if they can keep it, because this last race, the ass end of that Ferrari looked a little loose. It wasn't really optimal. And I think that's another thing that hurt Lewis in the race is he was having to manage and drive the car so much. And he complained about that. Another thing was Ferrari's strategy. Once again, Ferrari came back and fumbled the shit up with the tire strategy. And Lewis even said so. All right. When they went on soft tires, I checked out. When I saw Lewis come out of pit on softs, I said, "Oh fuck, I'm done. It's over with. They finna Ferrari it up."
Yep.
So, with that being said, I really kind of think you might end up seeing to a Mercedes power unit podium. Honestly,
Ooh, yeah,
might end up seeing two Mercedes and one McLaren driver up there. Honestly,
it might get ugly too.
Oh,
yeah, I'm hoping it does. But I will say this: I loved it. Lewis Hamilton this damn weekend told Max Verstappen, "Fuck you, you're gonna have to wreck me or pass me,
it was
bro. I'm
nice.
not backing out of here. It's about time." Now I don't know what happened. I don't know if to give credit to Kim Kardashian, maybe she making him run around butt ass naked and he's finally getting used to his balls hanging. And he said, "I'm gonna let my shit out on this track. You're not gonna get me to back out of here, bro." But I loved it. And Max Verstappen didn't know what to do. He almost pulled a Lando. Max Verstappen drove over in the rocks and there was plenty of space there. He didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, what the fuck's he doing? He doesn't do this. Lewis got to stay like that. Max don't know what to do with Lewis when he like that. He lost that battle.
But I think that Lewis will stay like that during Silverstone.
Yeah. I think Lewis
like how
will
he's
stay
been
like that.
staying. I mean, he's gonna be he's sticking to the road, and
he's sticking to the road.
Max racing line every time. It doesn't even matter if Max is gonna be up there. I don't know.
I'm fucking with him in the same turn too. I'm gonna haunt his ass in that turn. Like, bro, I'll send your ass flying again. I'm gonna try your ass.
No, he probably has flashbacks. Like in the movies, like remember in Days of Thunder when there was a whole bunch of smoke and Tom Cruise had to go through the smoke again for the second time.
Yeah, that was a good scene too. That was a good one. It was good. Like, oh shit, I might watch that movie tonight. Yeah,
that was a good one because he went through the smoke. That's gonna be Max Verstappen at Silverstone.
That was a
But
good one.
anyway, my prediction would be I don't care what it is, as long as Lewis Hamilton can stay within striking distance of Kimi
Oh,
Antonelli. So
Yeah.
depending on where Kimi Antonelli finishes, if Lewis, first of all, Lewis has to be on the podium, and that's redemption from last year because I don't. That still was such a gut punch to me seeing Nico Hulkenberg on podium and Lewis just
Oh,
obliterating Lewis's streak of being on podium. Okay.
yeah.
Now, this year, it has to be some sort of redemption. And come on, Ferrari, you cannot fail Lewis 2 years in a row. That just, oh my gosh. I'm praying that that's not the case. But wherever he finishes,
whew.
hope he finishes in front of Kimmy.
I'm telling you, Kimmy a dog though. Kimmy a
He
dog.
is.
Give me a
I mean,
dog,
He a
he is.
man.
dog
But
out here.
you know something else that I really want to see though. I really want to see Lewis and Kimmy be in a fair fight, which I don't even know if that's going to be the case with that Mercedes car. But I want to see them go will to will and see how
I'm gonna tell you right
You
now.
gotta
I'm gonna
and
tell
see
you.
Lewis
what
gotta catch
And
him
happens.
you
first.
that gap is kind of crazy though. I'm
That
talking
Lewis
about.
gotta
It
Lewis gotta
is
catch him though.
crazy.
That's the only
It
Yeah,
thing.
is crazy.
yeah.
It
You'll
is
see Will the Will
crazy.
if
It is
Lewis can
so
catch him,
crazy.
but
Right.
I
Yeah,
think
I'll
Kimmy
tell you,
wins
if
by
you want to
40.
see Will, it's gonna have to be Kimmy will make a mistake in qualifying and Lewis will just be ahead of him. And then that's
Or
that back.
George can find some way to get in there and just like kind of be a gremlin and mess it up
Yeah, George is known for that.
because he has
Yes.
something to prove. He has a seat that
Yeah.
he is holding on to with bloody fingernails.
Yes. And Kimmy is kicking him right in the fucking face.
That's over with.
Kicking him right in the
Or
face.
Max. Which one? Kimmy and Max are both kicking him in the face.
Max is not even a thought
Max,
for Russell right now.
yeah.
Kimmy is the
No.
main focus. All right, because
Mm-hmm.
Lewis left and Russell thought the throne was his, and as soon as he sat down, he realized somebody was in the seat. Like, what the fuck was that? And
What
it
is
was
that?
get your ass up,
Yeah.
get your ass
Yeah.
over there, and that's the
Nah.
problem. No,
Oh man.
Russell was hurting right now. He's loving where he's at because I'm telling you, anytime somebody all of a sudden changes their perspective, like the car's good, oh the car's bad, oh the car's good. No, bro, it's all been you. Your little bro would have been
Yeah.
kicking your ass. Is what's been happening, and I'm telling
Anytime.
you, he's about to kick his ass again because I keep trying to tell people this. To see Kimi Antonelli make the mistakes he makes and he's still able to finish and gain
Crazy.
position in a race is crazy. Can you only
Crazy.
imagine as he gets more experience, as he gets better, he might be dangerous out here in the next 3 years for real. If Mercedes can keep putting together a competitive car, Kimi might be a nightmare for these motherfuckers for real.
I tell you, that's what Toto does.
Telling you.
That's what Toto does.
So I talk about this, it seems like every podcast. Because Christian Horner is no longer in Formula One,
Shout
I
out to
feel like there is no one to challenge Toto. And has this
Mhm.
been a gift or a curse for Formula One?
It's been a gift. All right.
Yeah.
Anytime women can feel safe in their working environment, it's always a
I
plus.
understand. No, I understand that
Anytime
aspect.
we don't have to worry about somebody trying to excite racial social media posts, it's a gift. Anytime we don't have to worry about the
Amen.
crazy Christian Horner coming out here and
Amen.
disrespecting Lewis Hamilton to some degree, it's a gift. Anytime I don't have to watch Drive to Survive and listen to you while you are on a horseback ride with your wife and you bring some type of analogy of you riding another man like a horse, it's a gift. So I'm just gonna tell you, I
That
don't
hurts.
give a fuck. I don't even think about Christian touching finger grabbing hands Horner. No, I'm
Jeez.
cool with it. No,
Hey,
Red Bull.
not
What are
in
we gonna
that
do? Okay, so he
capacity.
challenges Toto, but the FIA let him get away with everything. I'm cool with it. Hey, I'm nah.
Okay.
Shout out to
Toto-
Christian
I'm not
Horner.
talking about him as an individual. I'm talking about the challenges that he did make against other teams. It seems like that is just completely gone away now. When is the last time a team has challenged another team?
Yeah, but it was fraudulent. What he was doing was fraudulent. How do you go with the FIA and you build the test to then test a competitor's car? Where is that
The
okay?
only reason
That's
I'm
confidential.
saying this is because Mamani has said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. He has referred to
Exactly.
Toto Wolf. So
How's it Toto?
so you're sitting up here, Jay, trying to tell me that Toto Wolf has built and the Mercedes AMG Petronas team has built that car
Mhm.
to the right specifications, never made a mistake, never has been in violation of anything.
This is what I can say. June 1st came and it went, right?
It
Yes.
sure did.
The test got updated to ambient and higher temps, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nothing came out. We haven't seen an infraction about Mercedes power unit, so it must have passed, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't seen nothing
Right.
else, right? We ain't seen nothing else. I know recently we heard that
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna get rid of the blown diffusers, and Ferrari started that, and everybody got that. So I'm trying to see why that's a problem. So all I'm trying to say is this: evidently not. Okay. Evidently not. We didn't hear anything because last time I remember if something was found blatantly wrong and it still was fishy, is when they came out with that technical directive about asymmetric braking. And I watched Red Bull's performance take a fucking dip. And they still didn't really come out and say it was Red Bull, but that was the only team on the grid who blew out one side of their brakes and the other side was all right, and the shit looked crazy. And then y'all come out with the technical directive, and then all of a sudden they got a dip in performance. So all I'm saying, the Mercedes clean, baby. Mercedes is good.
I'm trying
Ain't
to tell
nothing
you,
wrong
man.
here.
Toto
Doing
no,
his thing.
Yeah.
Bring
Okay.
back
All
DOS.
right.
Bring
Toto
No
back
no,
DOS.
mistake. No mistakes whatsoever.
I haven't seen him.
Fine.
I don't know. I got
Fine.
factual accounts of no
Toto
paperwork.
knows how to hide it.
He
That's all I'm gonna say.
cooking the books. Cook
That's
them
all
up,
he
Toto.
knows.
Buck and bring Chef Ramsay in to cook up
He
them
knows
shits.
it.
Christian Horner blamed it on chicken wings. I'm just saying.
And
That's
he
the
knew
guy
it.
you want to come back. He blamed it on chicken wings.
Shout out to Toto.
Oh my gosh. All
Toto knows
right.
what he's doing.
I have nothing. I have nothing else. Nothing else. That's
All right.
it.
All right.
All right.
Hey, I
So,
really appreciate it. I'm gonna tell y'all the best out here. You know, Monday vibes just make you feel good. Y'all got to keep coming back, people. Don't go nowhere else on Monday. On Monday, you got to come refill and replenish your energy of Formula
That's
One
right.
and vibe shit. Y'all be going to the other pages. Them shits is lackluster. They bland as fuck. Or they out there cooning. You come to Monday vibes, you're gonna get real shit. You feel me? This is what you gonna get. Don't go nowhere
Amen.
else.
I'm done. Thank you
Jay,
so much for
Jay,
doing the
talk
outro,
to
Jay, in like 2.5
yeah.
seconds.
You shout out to your social media, Jay. Where can they find you at?
Oh, y'all can find me at F1 Minute Wolfpack Performance, and you can find me at Wolfpack Performance. So, you know, on Wolfpack Performance, I be Trap Star Car and shit. On F1 Minute, I be F1 Star and shit. So you can go either one. Either way, I'm gonna teach you how to build some shit, or I'm gonna teach you how to talk shit. Either way it go, you come check me out on YouTube too. YouTube and Instagram. I don't really fuck with that damn, the X shit too much. I just got a page over there. You go over there. Go ahead. YouTube, Instagram, we turned up.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay, so much for joining us today. Amani, it's always great to see you every Monday after a race weekend. And we will be 4th of July weekend here, but we still will be watching the British Grand Prix. And come on, Lewis, down the Hamilton Straight, I want to see him waving that Union Jack flag in some capacity. So that's the only thing that I'm hoping that I'm wishing for.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too. Hold on. Your hat
Yeah.
game is fucking ridiculously crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little envious of these hats. I need both of y'all to send me an address. I gotta send y'all Wolfpack hats because you can't be sporting everybody else hat making it look that damn good.
Oh, we can do that.
Give me
I
the
want to
address.
say,
Y'all send me the address.
You should have my address.
And I'm gonna hook y'all up. I'm sending y'all Wolfpack hats.
Let's go.
Okay, and then next time I'm on your show, I will have your hat on with my red lipstick.
Let's go.
All right, so that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for joining Monday Night's Vibes. Bye, everybody.
See ya.